Are you ready to take your health to the next level? Join us for the 2025 Naturally Inspired Health Summit, the #1 rated health event in Colorado. Saturday, June 28th, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday, June 29th, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. 18 powerhouse speakers, 55 business booths, 25 breakout sessions, Sunday's farmers market with 20 vendors, Saturday evening networking and dance party.
The Naturally Inspired Health Summit was life-changing. The energy, the speakers, and the connections I made were incredible. I left with real, actionable solutions for my health and business.
This event was exactly what I needed. So many inspiring speakers like Dr. Peter McCullough, Dr. Lee Merritt, Dr. Carrie Made, and so many more. Amazing products and a community that truly cares about real health solutions.
High energy, positive community, real solutions for health. Get your tickets now. Want to participate and show your message? Visit naturallyinspiredhealthsummit.com or text 720-764-7448.
Did you know that carbon-60 is 172 times more powerful than vitamin C as an antioxidant? This powerful molecule is scientifically proven to neutralize free radicals, reduce inflammation, and promote optimal energy. How does it work? C60 fights oxidative stress, the root cause of aging and disease, helping your body repair and rejuvenate naturally. It's like giving your cells a protective shield. Here's what our listeners have to say. Mike from Denver says,
C60 in olive oil has been perfect as my daily detox. I feel cleaner, lighter, and more energized every day.
Sarah from Houston says,
The C60 topical spray is incredible. I apply it to sore joints and within minutes, the pain and inflammation starts to fade.
order now at c60.com or call 720-600-6040. Use coupon code TAMMY, T-A-M-M-Y, for a special discount.
Did you know 80% of beef consumed in the U.S. comes from 4 major corporations, much of it being imported or processed with additives? Want real beef from a real farm? Pumpkin Creek Ranch does things the right way. Local, grass-fed, dry-aged beef with no additives, no shortcuts, just honest quality.
Pumpkin Creek Ranch beef is the real deal. I love knowing exactly where my meat comes from. No additives, no nonsense, just honest quality beef.
Best beef I've ever had. You can taste the difference. Rich, tender, and packed with real flavor. Plus, supporting a local ranch makes it even better.
From pasture to plate, they raise their cattle with care, so you can get rich, natural flavor that only real ranching can provide. Stock your freezer with premium beef you can trust. Visit pumpkincreekranchco.com or call 970-658-0176.
Did you know that medicinal mushrooms are excellent for pets? Take our preferred pet health products for joint health, skin health, antioxidant protection, sow health, anti-aging benefits, gut health, liver support, cholesterol regulation, blood pressure support, brain health, anxiety relief, respiratory health, endurance and strength, anti-fatigue, and much more. Available in easy-to-take treats, great-tasting gravy, and our pet food blends.
Since adding mushroom dog food to my dog's diet, I've noticed a huge improvement in his energy and coat health. He's like a puppy again, even at 10 years old.
After starting my care on mushroom super sauce, her immune health and digestion have noticeably improved. She's more playful, and her fur has never looked shinier.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order at 720-303-8868. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom. That's naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.
The information and other content provided on this radio show or in any linked materials is provided for informational purposes only, not intended and should not be construed as medical advice. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment.
Yes, be real indeed. Be real indeed. We could all use a little real. Welcome to Naturally Inspired Radio today. Here in Northern Colorado, it's a beautiful day. But I will tell you, I'm going to tell you, and I think this is a great example. My morning went to crap. I went to bed last night and I had my workout stuff laid out, of course, like I always do. And I had every intention of getting up this morning and doing my workout and proceeding with my day. However, the good Lord had other plans, apparently, because I guess last night my website went down for a little while. And so I had a lot of customers reaching out on my text line saying, hey, I was trying to order and I was trying to take advantage of that deal and wanted to get the good brew. And the website was down for maintenance. And I didn't realize that was happening last night. So, I had to make sure I got back with my customers right away. So I put on my workout gear and I got to work right away and tending to all my customers, making sure they're getting what they need and that they could take advantage of the deal that we were offering yesterday. So that completely sidetracked my morning. And then one thing after another, I got cows in my my middle paddock that are, taking down my chicken coop, essentially. So I have to deal with that. And, and then it was just kind of like a chain effect, We've got this huge event coming up in June. The Naturally Inspired Health Summit. If you're not coming to it, you need to. It's going to be fantastic. I get more and more excited about it every day. But anyway, had to deal with some of those things that were, just needed pressing. So anyway, my point is not to whine to you about all my problems. That's not my point. My point is sometimes you get knocked off track. And when you do, in fact, count on it. Count on getting knocked off, right? This is probably a weekly occurrence, where my day doesn't go the way that I want it to go. And I'm here to say it's okay. And so what do? You tend to what you need to tend to, but then you make a plan. So my plan is I didn't get my workout in this morning. I didn't even get to eat what I wanted to eat. I mean, everything just kind of fell apart today. So after the show, I'm going to carve out an hour and I'm going to go do a workout. And then I've got a podcast tonight. So I'll be back on a podcast with a friend tonight. But that's okay. Like, that's what you have to do when you're committed to living a healthy lifestyle. It's pivot, pivot, pivot. And it's not perfection. And so I think what happens to a lot of us is, especially us type A personality type people, we want to control everything. We want everything to go smoothly. And it's just not possible. So when you anticipate that, yes, you're going to fall off track, then you can then focus on how quickly you can get back on track, right? And it doesn't become this pity party of like, oh, I suck. I didn't do this this morning. So now my whole day's shot. Because I've been there before in the past. I've been there before where like, oh, I didn't get to do my workout this morning. So this day's just chalk this day up to failure, right? In terms of my health, I can't do what I wanted to do. So it's kind of like that all or nothing mentality. And I've had to really adjust to that and be like, oh, well, this thing happened. So now I've got to pivot. And let me tell you, something is better than nothing every day of the week. You know what I'm saying? Like a little bit. If you can squeeze in 40 squats, if you can drop and do 25 sit-ups, if you can get a 10-minute walk in, a little bit is better than nothing. And here's the thing. Your body doesn't know where you are when you're exercising. Your body doesn't, or when you're meditating or whatever health practice that you have in place, it doesn't know. So like if you can't get your walk in, but you got to go to the grocery store, park at the back of the lot and walk to the store. Because your body doesn't care if you're walking in a grocery store parking lot in a pair of heels or if you're in your gym with your workout wear on. And I think we can get so, closed thinking and be like, well, I got to get ready for my workout. I got to wear, this is how you work out. So I don't have time for that. So I just can't do anything today. And that's not the case. You're going to have to learn how to build it in. That's what I've learned, right? I had to learn how to build it in. Like, I didn't get my full workout in today, but guess what? I can do 40 squats. I can do a few sit-ups. I can do a bit of walking, whatever it is. I can squeeze it in. And when you take on that mentality, you'll be absolutely shocked with how much movement you get to squeeze in throughout your day. Now, still plan on your workouts, still plan on your time, but just peppering things in is a huge thing. And so I just wanted to share that with you today because I don't ever want you to think that I'm over here saying I'm perfect and I get it down all the time. And, it's not the case. That's hilarious, right? It's not the case. There's always things going on around here. And I've just learned to adapt. Okay. I want to go to Elon Musk because yesterday, holy moly, yesterday we covered, remember that incredible moment when Elon Musk was talking to some globalist reporter and, he basically put her in her place, right? Because she was talking about race and equity and all this stuff. And he said, I was born in South Africa and I cannot get a business license in South Africa to run Starlink because I'm white. And the reporter dodged the question and she tried to make it seem like, well, they're making an exception for you. And like I said, right to her tribe. Doesn't matter how common sense the statement is. Doesn't matter what level of moron she looks like. She cannot give him like, yes, I believe that's wrong as well. Like that is racism. No. She couldn't do it. She could not do it. She danced around. She made herself look like a total idiot. Anyway, this is what I'm talking about, you guys, when I say that it's about corporations. It's about who's on what side to advance the business agenda. So yesterday, or maybe it was the day before, that interview kind of goes viral, right? There are several moments in it where he's just very direct with her. I would not say he was being rude. I would say he's being direct because you cannot play with these people. And this is why you cannot play with these people. Let's bring up the picture of the headline of The Atlantic today, Jason. The decline and fall of Elon Musk. So let me just get this right. So Elon holds a reporter completely accountable and is very direct with her, makes her look like a moron because clearly she believes in racism. She believes that anybody white should not have the same rights as anybody black or brown or whatever. And he made her look like a complete and utter fool. In addition to that, she was probing him about politics, saying, how are you going to fund politics? And of course, Elon's been under fire for his business and his association in politics because, he has a fiduciary responsibility to not alienate 50% of the population because of his business and his shareholders in his business. So, of course, he's been under fire for that. And he's tried to remain, somewhat, center. But that's not good enough. That's not good enough. They want to destroy his business. So they want to mark him as a particular political view so that the other side will hate him. And he knows that. And he point blank said, listen, I'm not going to be donating to politics in the future, but it was absolutely necessary at the time to save the country. She didn't like that. So what happened today? Smear. The good old-fashioned Nancy Pelosi smear on Elon Musk. Stay tuned, everybody. You're listening to Naturally Inspired Radio. We'll be right back.
Have you heard about the powerful health benefits of medicinal mushrooms? Take our preferred medicinal mushrooms for immune support, gut health, antioxidant properties, stress and sleep, heart health, liver protection, blood sugar regulation, cholesterol reduction, anti-cancer properties, cognitive health, mood and mental health, heart health, antibacterial and antiviral, and so much more. Available in easy-to-take capsules, great-tasting gummies, and our special coffee blends.
Since adding these mushrooms to my daily routine, my cholesterol levels have improved, and I feel more confident about my heart health.
Taking one of these blends before bed has been a game changer. I fall asleep faster and I wake up feeling truly refreshed.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order 720-303-8868. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Did you know that 60% of American adults live with at least one chronic disease? At Inside Health, they take the mystery out of wellness with extensive testing and customized lifestyle plans, all from the comfort of your home.
I've struggled with low energy and digestive issues for years, and no doctor could give me real answers. Working with Inside Health was a game changer.
As a mom, I'm always putting my family's health first, but I was neglecting my own. Inside Health changed that. I started feeling better almost immediately.
Inside Health Services help you and your family achieve whole body health with non-invasive personalized care. They listen to your concerns and health goals. They will pinpoint areas where your body needs support. They will create a simple, actionable plan just for you. Call them today, 970-685-8060, or visit InsideHealth.com.
Did you know that carbon 60 is 172 times more powerful than vitamin C as an antioxidant? This powerful molecule is scientifically proven to neutralize free radicals, reduce inflammation, and promote optimal energy. How does it work? C60 fights oxidative stress, the root cause of aging and disease, helping your body repair and rejuvenate naturally. It's like giving your cells a protective shield. Here's what our listeners have to say. Mike from Denver says,
C60 in olive oil has been perfect as my daily detox. I feel cleaner, lighter, and more energized every day.
Sarah from Houston says,
The C60 topical spray is incredible. I apply it to sore joints, and within minutes, the pain and inflammation starts to fade.
order now at c60.com or call 720-600-6040. Use coupon code TAMMY, T-A-M-M-Y, for a
Thank you so much for tuning in to Naturally Inspired Radio. This is where we expose what's broken in the healthcare system. We connect you to real health solutions and inspire you to take back control of your life. We want to help you feel empowered, informed, and free to live naturally. For the love of God, who thought that that would be so controversial? But it is. We don't want you to live in fear. And we don't want you to be confused. And there's a lot of information out there that can be confusing. And we certainly don't want you to be dependent. So that is what we do here at Naturally Inspired Radio. I have an ask of you. If you would you have, if you're not there now, because you watch on all different streams, I know that. But if you're on Rumble, next time you're on Rumble, search Naturally Inspired Radio 247. And when you get there, pops up the channel, make sure you subscribe. I would love it if you would like the shows, share the show with one person. I was just listening to something about podcasting, and they were saying, how difficult it is to have a show these days because everybody's got a show, right? And that's great because there's lots of information out there, but it's really hard to find your tribe because people don't know where, who do I listen to? There's this, there's that. And so the best way to build your podcast and to spread a message like Naturally Inspired's message of changing the medical model, which is so important to all of you. I know all of you are concerned about it. That's why you tune in every day. So the best way to do that is to share the show with a friend. And how easy is that, right? You copy the link, text it over to them, say, hey, this lady talks about real solutions for health. I thought you might like it, and that's the way to really circumvent some of the censorship that we get on social media. And because we go against the narrative here, we're not on either side. I mean, I lean towards one side for sure. I have more conservative values, and that business model of the right fits my lifestyle better because, I mean, I kind of like freedom. I don't know about you, but I kind of like freedom. And that other side over there seems like they don't really like freedom, right? They would like to take your freedom. And so first and foremost, that is my value, freedom. Freedom is my value. So that I don't see a lot of people telling it like it is, like we do here on Naturally Inspired. So it's new information. It's a little bit of a different perspective. And I'm on your side. I'm on your side. I'm on my neighbor's side. I'm on my family side. I'm on the people's side. And so if you think somebody would benefit from listening to the show, I would love it if you would share with them, because I think it's so important we do something to change the medical model and to keep our power and our freedom, for goodness sakes. So if you would, Rumble 24/7, Naturally Inspired Radio 24/7, subscribe today and like, share, all the things. So aren't you just grossed out by that? Like, because of social media and because of the speed of the news cycle, we can see these patterns now almost in real time. And I think, the globalist people that pump this kind of garbage out, I think they don't realize how quickly we can put the pattern together now because of the news cycle. Literally yesterday, here's Elon Musk going kind of viral with these very direct comments to this globalist reporter. And then bingo bango, next day, the decline of Elon Musk. Now you would think, well, maybe they had that story planned for a long time or what have you, but probably not. Probably not, you guys. I mean, it is retaliation in real time. And of course, they want to smear his image because what does that do to his company? It tanks his company. And that's what it's all about. It's about taking out your competitors in the marketplace. It's about your agenda winning that benefits your company and your aligned companies. So many of these, I mean, we've done whole shows on like BlackRock and how, all of our food basically is owned by a handful of companies now, and how they're all intertwined. They're all invested through venture capitalism or one thing or another in each other's companies. So much so that it's like a massive monopoly because they're all invested in the same things. So that's why they go after his company. So he's the face of his company. He's the innovator of his companies. He is the guy of his companies. And so that's who they're going to try to smear. That's who they're going to try to tarnish. And I'm not, team Elon Musk here. I'm just simply pointing out the pattern because they do it to everybody. And then I'm going to ask you this. If that's how they conduct themselves, you want them in charge of your health? You think you can trust them to give you good health advice? You think you can trust them with a new product that said, oh, take this product immediately, roll up your sleeve because trust us? Look at their practices. Look at how they conduct themselves. I mean, if you want to put your trust in that machine, you're rolling the dice. They could care less about anything than the advancement of their corporation. And that is clear. You can see this pattern over and over again. And so, of course, you're free to choose whatever you want to do with your body. You're free to choose. Like I said, I'm all about freedom. But for the love of God, please look at what they're doing before you make that decision. Look at the research. Look at the sourced material. You cannot trust this machine blindly. It will end in disaster for you. So, really think about it. Okay, we've got a couple of minutes here. I want to queue up this top news story here. Ron Johnson had a committee, and he held a committee hearing, and there's some great stuff coming out of there. So I want to play the first clip for you. This is Ron Johnson addressing the committee, trying to address this elephant in the room when it comes to vaccines. Take a listen.
I don't like being accused of walking away from science. I mean, we're trying to restore integrity to science. I think it's indisputable it's been corrupted in many cases. So I want everybody at the table, okay? And we'll take a look at our next hearing in terms of how we maybe create a little more balance here. But regardless, I do want to close and conclude that I know, as I said earlier, there's a lot of anticipation for this hearing. I appreciate that. But I also want to caution everybody, this is going to be a slog. This isn't going to be some one hearing or one piece of information or one study that, okay, this side proved they're right or the other side. Science isn't like that. To me, the best definition of science is skepticism. Now, skepticism hasn't been allowed. I mean, that'd be my point, Governor. We haven't been able to ask these questions. Those who do are vilified. Their careers are destroyed. Their licenses are pulled. Their accreditation is gone. Because you do have a cartel. It exists, okay? I think it's undeniable. So, again, we're the little people in this debate and argument. The side, the other side has all the dollars. They've got the media. They've got the bullhorn, all that kind of stuff. These are the little people here. They're
Amen. Amen. He said, science isn't like that. I take issue with that a little bit. It's not about the science. And I think Ron knows that. It's not about the science, but that's the language you have to use in order to fight with the cabal, the cult, the cartel, as he called it. Okay, we're going to go to science, right? Science isn't like that. No, actually, business isn't like that. Because the science is in. We have all the VAERS reports. We have it right in front of our eyes. We got people falling down on the soccer pitch. Like, we know what's going on here. It's not about the science. It's that business isn't like that. And that is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with business. They could care less about your health. Stay tuned, everybody. This is Naturally Inspired Radio. I'm Tammy Cuthbert Garcia. When we come back, I have more clips for you. We're going to have great guests today in the second hour. So much. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back.
Have you heard about the powerful health benefits of medicinal mushrooms? Take our preferred medicinal mushrooms for immune support, gut health, antioxidant properties, stress and sleep, heart health, liver protection, blood sugar regulation, cholesterol reduction, anti-cancer properties, cognitive health, mood and mental health, heart health, antibacterial and antiviral, and so much more. Available in easy-to-take capsules, great-tasting gummies, and our special coffee blends.
Since adding these mushrooms to my daily routine, my cholesterol levels have improved, and I feel more confident about my heart health.
Taking one of these blends before bed has been a game changer. I fall asleep faster and I wake up feeling truly refreshed.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order 720-303-8868. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Are you ready to take your health to the next level? Join us for the 2025 Naturally Inspired Health Summit, the #1 rated health event in Colorado. Saturday, June 28th, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday, June 29th, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. 18 powerhouse speakers, 55 business booths, 25 breakout sessions, Sunday's farmers market with 20 vendors, Saturday evening networking and dance party.
The Naturally Inspired Health Summit was life-changing. The energy, the speakers, and the connections I made were incredible. I left with real, actionable solutions for my health and business.
This event was exactly what I needed. So many inspiring speakers like Dr. Peter McCullough, Dr. Lee Merritt, Dr. Carrie Made, and so many more. Amazing products and a community that truly cares about real health solutions.
High energy, positive community, real solutions for health. Get your tickets now. Want to participate and show your message? Visit naturallyinspiredhealthsummit.com or text 720-764-7448.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio. Save it to your favorites and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.
Shout out to those of you in the chat. Thanks for being here. G Move, PJ17, Carol Maureen, Dennis Volbrack, and Louis 915, and more. Thank you guys for showing up. We love that you're here. We love that you're interacting, and we appreciate you helping change and shape the culture of health in our country. Denise, it's Denise, not, did I say Dennis? I'm so sorry. That's live radio with a live chat. There's so many things going on here, everybody. There's a lot of things going on. I want to tell you a little bit about my non-toxic botanical-based skincare system. It's packed with antioxidants, peptides, and natural plant extracts. It stimulates your collagen production. It restores the skin's moisture barrier, reduces inflammation and fine lines. It helps your skin look smoother and firmer and brighter. And I am loving it. And today I'm so excited because I have my friend Terry Fox coming on. He is a acupuncturist. And he's from Fox Haven Aesthetics. And we're going to talk about this issue of Botox. We're going to talk about kind of the culture around beauty and what he's doing about it, because he is doing some amazing things in this field. So I can't wait for you to meet him. He'll be up in the second hour. Check out the skincare line. You can go to naturallyinspiredstore.com and check it out. You're going to learn about some wonderful natural tools for anti-aging today. So if you have questions, 720-303-8868. I'm happy to help you and help you get into the right, protocol to take care of your skin. Vitamin C serum, some wonderful things. We have wonderful tools. You don't have to toxify yourself just to stay beautiful, ladies, and looking young. You don't have to do it. Up next, I want to talk about before we do that, we're going to go to Peter McCullough because I had Peter McCullough on my podcast right after he was on Joe Rogan, actually. So a couple years ago, if you remember, that episode went crazy viral. Peter McCullough, of course, a doctor who was willing to speak out about the terrible side effects of the COVID-19 injections. And here he is, years later, still fighting the good fight here. He was in committee with Ron Johnson. And listen, this is what he has to say. I don't know. There's still people refuting this. I don't know what you're talking about. Listen to Peter. Here it is.
And do you have any science to back up your opinion?
The best data are autopsies. So in the largest autopsy series published to date, I know because I'm the senior author, of all the deaths we examined, and we re-reviewed them. We had an adjudication committee. We had ways of arbitration deciding on did the vaccine cause death. The answer is, of these cases that came in for autopsy after vaccination, 73.9% of individuals, it was determined that the vaccine was the cause of death. First author is Holscher and colleagues.
That's a high percentage. So of all the autopsies they did, and I'm sure they were meticulous in it, if there was even a question that it could have been something else other than the COVID injections, I'm sure they leaned towards the conservative side, right? Well, we can't really count that one because let me tell you, these globalists, these biotech people, they are protecting their investment when it comes to the mRNA technology like you would not believe. So they will be combing through all of that data, trying to pick it apart, right? So you can rest assured that people like researchers that are writing papers like this, they go to major lengths to make sure that there isn't even one question about anything. That's a high percentage. And we still have people that are in denial of that. Even though the first death I heard of, and sometimes God just works this way. The first death I heard of when it came to the COVID injections was a Miami doctor who had taken it and immediately died of thrombocytopenia, thrombosis. So his blood would not clot. And that was the same thing that happened to my son when he was 2. He was given a flu shot and he ended up with thrombocytopenia, which is extremely scary in a 2-year-old. And I'm not talking like a mild case of it. He had a very severe case of it. He had single-digit platelet levels. Single-digit. Very scary. So that was the first death I saw. And it came out in the news and then whoosh, it went away. And there were so many more, you guys. I mean, I was obsessed with tracking the deaths. And my phone is full of hundreds of small little newspaper stories and little back channel local news stations that had these stories in them of the deaths. I'm not sure we will ever know the true ramifications of the COVID injections. And that is a travesty. All because protect the investment. So, I'm always bringing your attention to social programming. And this next story I want to cover is just such a perfect example of Hollywood and its link to, the CIA or maybe, government entities. And yes, I do make that bold claim. I do, because I know it's a fact. I mean, if you have been to, I think it was the Hoover Dam we went to. When we visited the Hoover Dam, you know who gave us our guided tour? It was Jennifer Garner. Right? It was Jennifer Garner. And if you go to some of these, actually, I think that was in Washington. I think that was in Washington that we saw Jennifer Garner come up on the screen when we were visiting some of the Washington tourist sites. Anyway, you can see that they use actors in the government to promote a narrative, to promote and shape culture. And so this one just cracked me up because I think, it's so obvious now that I think the term celebrity is like, I think it's gone. I don't think it has the same power as it used to. And I think some of these, they're still trying to get what they can out of it. And it's laughable. And this is what I mean by laughable. This is Nicole Kidman in her social programming video that she does for probably the CIA. Who knows? Some government entity, no doubt, or the globalist entity, trying to get you to eat bugs. Check this out.
I'm Nicole Kidman, and I am going to eat a 4-course meal of bugs. I am here to reveal my hidden talent, eating micro livestock, cornworms. They're still alive. Extraordinary. Very moist, chewy. Can't quite describe the flavor, but need a little water. Let's try the second course, shall we? Just a little side note. 2 billion people in the world eat bugs, and I'm one of them. Because here we go. Have some mealworms. I'm telling you, I'd win Survivor. That is a fruity taste. I'd recommend it. Here we have. Oh, crickets. Oh, nothing. Oh, awesome. Like nothing you've ever tasted. Like a hairy nut. Don't. Oh my gosh. A nut from the shell. And now for dessert. The fried grasshopper. These are amazing.
I just, they think we're so stupid. They think we're so stupid. They think we're just, we're going to fall for this. This is, look at her glamorous dress and look at how beautiful she is. And I just want to be like Nicole Kidman and eat all the bugs in the world. It's comical, right? But it's also kind of sad because this crap actually works on some people. But I love how she says micro livestock. Micro livestock is her hidden talent, you guys. Eating micro livestock is her hidden talent. I have to laugh because, like I said, it is insulting to one's intelligence to think that this isn't propaganda or that this isn't some kind of bizarre agenda to, again, advance the globalist agenda to, the whole, not being able to control what you eat. You'll have nothing. You'll own nothing. You'll be happy. And you're also going to eat bugs, too, because it's cool. Do you really think Nicole Kidman's sitting around popping down crickets and roundworms or whatever the heck she was eating there? It's totally disgusting. And it's so insulting. It's so insulting. You're listening to Naturally Inspired Radio. When we come back, we'll have a naturally inspired moment. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm so glad you're here.
Are you ready to take your health to the next level? Join us for the 2025 Naturally Inspired Health Summit, the #1 rated health event in Colorado. Saturday, June 28th, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday, June 29th, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. 18 powerhouse speakers, 55 business booths, 25 breakout sessions, Sunday's farmers market with 20 vendors, Saturday evening networking and dance party.
The Naturally Inspired Health Summit was life-changing. The energy, the speakers, and the connections I made were incredible. I left with real, actionable solutions for my health and business.
This event was exactly what I needed. So many inspiring speakers like Dr. Peter McCullough, Dr. Lee Merritt, Dr. Carrie Made, and so many more. Amazing products and a community that truly cares about real health solutions.
High energy, positive community, real solutions for health. Get your tickets now. Want to participate and show your message? Visit naturallyinspiredhealthsummit.com or text 720-764-7448.
Did you know that medicinal mushrooms are excellent for pets? Take our preferred pet health products for joint health, skin health, antioxidant protection, sow health, anti-aging benefits, gut health, liver support, cholesterol regulation, blood pressure support, brain health, anxiety relief, respiratory health, endurance and strength, anti-fatigue, and much more. Available in easy-to-take treats, great tasting gravy, and our pet food blends.
Since adding mushroom dog food to my dog's diet, I've noticed a huge improvement in his energy and coat health. He's like a puppy again, even at 10 years old.
After starting my care on mushroom super sauce, her immune health and digestion have noticeably improved. She's more playful, and her fur has never looked shinier.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order at 720-303-8868. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom. That's naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.
I want to share with you a little about one of the most powerful tools we offer. It's a free 30-minute lifestyle and health assessment with me. Most people only use a fraction of their body's healing potential because they don't have the right roadmap. People guessing all over the place. Should I do this? Should I do that? Because the information is it's everywhere. You're not sure which thing to follow. And let me tell you, one conversation can shift everything for you. We can dial it in. A one-on-one personalized session with me. It's judgment-free conversation. I do not judge. We'll talk about your current health. We'll talk about the environment you're living in, what kind of toxic burden you may be carrying. We'll talk about your nutrition. We'll talk about what you're doing physically to support your optimum health and emotionally. You know, that you have a practice of mindfulness to support your nervous system. And of course, a little personal development because everybody needs a little inspiration. So I'll ask you key questions to identify gaps and stress points in your life, and we'll get clarity on your top 3 health priorities. You'll leave feeling like, okay, I got some actionable steps here. And you'll get support with our weekly wellness workshops. Every Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, we show up together as a community, as a naturally inspired community. And if you can't make it, it's okay, because you'll have access to all of the recorded replays. So it helps you see the big picture with a fresh perspective. It empowers you with real, natural solutions, not just Band-Aids. Get to the root cause. And it opens the door to long-term transformation on your terms. You must design your lifestyle. You must, not somebody else's idea of your lifestyle. But I can walk beside you and help you discover those solutions. So if you're ready to get clear on your health, go to naturallyinspiredstore.com and schedule your free 30-minute assessment with me. Or you can text me, 720-303-8868, and I'll get you plugged in. Okay, I wanted for today's Naturally Inspired moment. Oh, I'm so excited about this one. This is really important because especially after COVID, I'm just noticing that a lot of us are stuck. You know, we're just like, that was insane. 5 years of insanity, right? 4.5 years of insanity. What do I do now? Right? And so a lot of people have realized, I'm stuck. I don't really know what to do. I had to change this. I had to change that. But now it's time to get back on track. I'm lovingly, supportively telling you, it is time to get back on track. Here's how you do it. Here's how you get unstuck. First, grab a piece of paper. Okay? Rip it out of a notebook, turn over a letter you got, whatever. It doesn't have to be fancy. Grab a piece of paper. What I want you to do is think of a time when you felt great, whether that was 25 years ago or 7 years ago or whenever. It doesn't matter. When it was your baby, you know, when you were just a kid, 5 years old or whatever. When was the time that you felt really good? And when you are able to pull that memory up, I want you to make a list of 20 things that you were doing at that time. Who was around you? Where were you going every day? What were you eating? Who were you hanging out with? What activities did you have as a part of your life? Where were you living? You know, all the things. As many as you can, as close to 20. Okay? The second thing I want you to do, let go of the past. Let go of the past. And I know that's easier said than done, but here's the truth of the matter. The past only exists in your mind. That thing happened. It's way back there. You can't go back and change it. You can apologize for it. And if you haven't, then you should probably do that. All the things that have happened to you in your past, if they're not your fault, you need to come to a place of forgiveness. You gotta let it go because it doesn't even exist. And we're letting things that don't even exist ruin our day-to-day life and keep us from the life we want to be living. It's fake. It's air. The past is air. It's no longer here. So it's only real in your mind, and you're in control of when you visit the past. So you can also put a block in between that, right? If your brain starts going there to that memory, nope, not doing it. Staying over here in the present. You can control your thoughts. The third thing is you need to start with small changes. And here's the first one. Make a commitment. Okay, so sign up for a race, sign up for a program, get involved in a community, commit. You have to make a commitment if you want change. Block it out in your calendar, right? So it's already in your calendar. Tuesday nights, I'm going to the Naturally Inspired weekly wellness workshop. This is what I do on Tuesday nights. It's in my calendar. Boom. Commit. Third thing is make plans in advance. Start planning those things. That from that list of 20, what was I doing back then? Oh, I was like running track. I was doing this. I used to take my boat out. I used to do this. Whatever it is, right? Put them in your calendar. Invite a friend. Hey, you know what? I used to boat a lot and now I don't boat as much. And I know you like to boat. So, hey, on, August 10th, would you want to go boating with me? Whatever it is. Right? Hey, I'm looking to get unstuck. I found this cool kickboxing class. I don't really want to go by myself. Do you want to go with me on August 1st? Put it in your calendar. You need to start programming your commitments. They're not going to happen by themselves. And if there's a way out, you're going to take it because you're a human. And that's what humans do. We tend to go to the path of least resistance. That's how we're wired. So you have to build in systems that don't allow you to do that. And one of the ways you do that is with commitment. Number 4, you've got to establish a no-quit mentality. No quit. So like today, when I was telling you about how I got off track, right? I got up, I had these plans, I had my workout stuff ready to go. I was really looking forward to my run today. I was really looking forward to my workout, and it didn't happen. Didn't happen because my community is my priority. My customers are my priority right now, right? And I have to serve them. I want to serve them. This mission is my priority. And so I go, okay, I've got to deal with this. I've got to do this, right? So I happily helped my customers this morning. That's what I needed to do. But it doesn't mean I get to write off the rest of the day. Because I have no quit mentality, how my brain starts going, when am I going to be able to fit this in? I've got to fit this in. I can do it super late before I go to bed, but then I'm going to be all amped up, while I'm trying to go to sleep. Or wait a minute, I've got an hour in between the end of my show and the next podcast I'm going to be on. So what can I do in there? That's a no quit mentality, right? This didn't work out. How can I get around this? So that comes with practice. That doesn't come overnight, but you start planting the seeds of a no quit mentality. And every time you face a roadblock, you will program your mind to find a way around it. That's what happens with a little practice. Number 5, you've got to believe it's possible. You have to believe you can achieve what you want to achieve. You've got to believe you can get healthier. You've got to believe you can lose weight. You've got to believe you can stop that addiction. You've got to believe it. And here's the truth of it. If you're trying, it's possible. If you are trying, it is possible. Do you believe you can try? Of course you can. You're listening to Naturally Inspired Radio. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio. Save it to your favorites and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.
Nearly 40% of Americans struggle with a $400 emergency expense. An extra $300 a month can be the difference between stability and financial stress.
Are you feeling the pinch of rising expenses? Imagine what an extra $300, $500, or even $1,000 a month can do for you. Introducing a simple 3-step system designed to help you create a steady income without the overwhelm. Step 1, follow our easy-to-use plan. Step 2, take small, consistent actions. Step 3, stay motivated with weekly coaching designed to keep you on track and moving forward. Whether you're saving for a family vacation, paying down debt, or just looking for breathing room, this system is for you. You don't need special skills, just the desire to make change. Join a growing community of success stories today. Visit simpleincome.info or text 720-764-7448.
Are you ready to take your health to the next level? Join us for the 2025 Naturally Inspired Health Summit, the #1 rated health event in Colorado. Saturday, June 28th, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday, June 29th, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. 18 powerhouse speakers, 55 business booths, 25 breakout sessions, Sunday's farmers market with 20 vendors, Saturday evening networking and dance party.
The Naturally Inspired Health Summit was life-changing. The energy, the speakers, and the connections I made were incredible. I left with real, actionable solutions for my health and business.
This event was exactly what I needed. So many inspiring speakers like Dr. Peter McCullough, Dr. Lee Merritt, Dr. Carrie Made, and so many more. Amazing products and a community that truly cares about real health solutions.
High energy, positive community, real solutions for health. Get your tickets now. Want to participate and show your message? Visit naturallyinspiredhealthsummit.com or text 720-764-7448.
Did you know that carbon 60 is 172 times more powerful than vitamin C as an antioxidant? This powerful molecule is scientifically proven to neutralize free radicals, reduce inflammation, and promote optimal energy. How does it work? C60 fights oxidative stress, the root cause of aging and disease, helping your body repair and rejuvenate naturally. It's like giving your cells a protective shield. Here's what our listeners have to say. Mike from Denver says,
C60 and olive oil has been perfect as my daily detox. I feel cleaner, lighter, and more energized every day.
Sarah from Houston says,
The C60 topical spray is incredible. I apply it to sore joints, and within minutes, the pain and inflammation starts to fade.
Order now at c60.com or call 720-600-6040. Use coupon code TAMMY, T-A-M-M-Y, for a special discount.
Did you know 80% of beef consumed in the U.S. comes from 4 major corporations, much of it being imported or processed with additives? Want real beef from a real farm? Pumpkin Creek Ranch does things the right way. Local, grass-fed, dry-aged beef with no additives, no shortcuts, just honest quality.
Pumpkin Creek Ranch beef is the real deal. I love knowing exactly where my meat comes from. No additives, no nonsense, just honest quality beef.
Best beef I've ever had. You can taste the difference. Rich, tender, and packed with real flavor. Plus, supporting a local ranch makes it even better.
From pasture to plate, they raise their cattle with care, so you can get rich, natural flavor that only real ranching can provide. Stock your freezer with premium beef you can trust. Visit pumpkincreekranchco.com or call 970-658-0176.
Did you know that medicinal mushrooms are excellent for pets? Take our preferred pet health products for joint health, skin health, antioxidant protection, cell health, anti-aging benefits, gut health, liver support, cholesterol regulation, blood pressure support, brain health, anxiety relief, respiratory health, endurance and strength, anti-fatigue, and much more. Available in easy-to-take treats, great-tasting gravy, and our pet food blends.
Since adding mushroom dog food to my dog's diet, I've noticed a huge improvement in his energy and coat health. He's like a puppy again, even at 10 years old.
After starting my care on mushroom super sauce, her immune health and digestion have noticeably improved. She's more playful, and her fur has never looked shinier.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order at 720-303-8868. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom. That's naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, Text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. NaturallyInspiredRadio.com.
The information and other content provided on this radio show or in any linked materials is provided for informational purposes only, not intended and should not be construed as medical advice. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment.
I get the plot here. It's a trick. I guess I'm going to fall for it. A shout out to the guys in the chat here. Kiss my groin. And Power Path. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much for showing up every day. You make Jason's job a lot better too. We appreciate you. And thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in to Naturally Inspired. This podcast is growing. It is growing. This radio show, whatever it is, it's a show, it's a podcast, it's my mission. That's what it is. It's my mission to change the medical model. So I appreciate everybody showing up every day and spreading the message. I'm excited because Dr. David Kalowski's coming on, and we're going to be talking about inflammation and a few other things because we have a lot of new people that are tuning in to Naturally Inspired. So I'm really excited to introduce those new people to Dr. David Kalowski. He's a 2010 graduate of the Palmer College of Chiropractic. He has 15 years of clinical work, and he's currently focused on research. He is your research guy. You can ask him anything. I learn something from Dr. David every time he's on. He's also an accomplished public speaker. He's going to be joining us at the Naturally Inspired Health Summit this year. He will be delivering a powerful message, and you'll get to meet them at the Inside Health booth. Dr. David, welcome to Naturally Inspired. How are you, sir?
Hi, Tammy. Great to be here. Thank you.
Yeah. So we've got this enormous chat going on in the chat here. There's a lot of new listeners today. So I want to start out with a little bit of your backstory because I think there might even be some football fans on the chat here today. So we always kind of it's just such an interesting background that you have. So first of all, tell us a little bit, why did you choose chiropractic care? What led you to that? I don't think I've ever asked you that.
It's kind of a long story, but in general, I was following what Dr. Lauren was doing. Like you said, I came from kind of an athletic background. I love being physical, but I wanted to do something mental as well. So, doing chiropractic work is the best of both worlds. Plus, you get to be your own boss and have your own schedule in your own office and, be a servant to people in a very big way. But it just kind of fell into my lifestyle. I was drawn into it, and I love it because I'm, again, helping people in extremely great ways, naturally, safely, effectively, without drugs and surgery. Just everything about the profession just sang to me, and I had to follow my heart.
And did you grow up that way? Did you grow up like with skepticism against the allopathic model? Because like I didn't, right?
I always think I had a healthy skepticism of authority in general.
Okay.
And so when it came to looking into chiropractic, I wasn't like a huge fan of the medical model by any means. I've always kind of wondered, like, do I really need this medication or do I need this shot? Like, I always questioned that, and I never really felt great taking those things in the first place. And thankfully, in my football days, I never had any major health concerns or crises as well. So I didn't have to go down any kind of surgical routes or take a lot of drugs for a lot of, any various reasons. But, that's
I think rare, right? At the college, like competitive college football level, because Dr. David played for the Huskers.
Yeah, I got lucky. I saw a lot of guys go down with a lot of knee injuries and back injuries. So I very much consider myself lucky.
So what do you see as the big problem in today's medical sphere? Like, what is the problem? why the epidemic? Because you get to see people all the time, and this is your wheelhouse. This is what you're researching all the time. What do you see as the big problem with people's health today?
Well, I think it's, and you know this very well, we're stuck in this model where it goes back to that Flexner report in 1910, where they tried to standardize the care across the spectrum of all these medical institutions and colleges and universities who were all doing all these various things at the time. And they brought them all together and said, okay, you guys are going to follow our playbook now. And we're going to give you all this money and the grants and build your schools and, make you powerful, but you got to follow this playbook. And it was the pharmaceutical playbook, because now, like Rockefeller and Abraham Flexner, they had all of these new burgeoning pharmaceutical companies that were making all these new drugs and food additives and colors out of the leftover petroleum products that they, instead of having to pay to have them disposed of properly, they now converted them into all these new drugs and things that had all these biochemical properties. They mimicked nature, but they were so cheap and easy to make. And we can go into whole things about food and the canola oils and fake butters and all that kind of stuff, but it's the same idea. We've been conditioned to believe that science came to the rescue, and we have all these amazing answers to all of our questions based on this false notion that science can get us out of this issue. Like we can somehow medicate our way out of a problem that we lived our way into.
Oh my gosh, you're so right. So this standard American diet, these pill popping type of wait till you're sick, wait till your body is screaming, because that's the model, right? In the allopathic world, wait till your body's screaming, help me, then go and get help. So how do people identify like inflammation? I know you and Dr. Lauren talk about inflammation all the time, but the average person, like, we're accustomed to inflammation. It's like, oh yeah, I got a headache or whatever. I just pop a NSAID or pop a pain reliever. We don't look at it as communication from the body. So how is our modern day lifestyle impacting inflammation in the body? And what is the problem with inflammation?
Right. So as with most things in the body, there are good things about inflammation here. So if you sprain your ankle, you should have some inflammation to help stabilize that joint in the short term, and also flush more fluids into that area for more healing and flush all the debris and other metabolic waste products out of the body. And even if we don't have a sprained ankle, even if we're just living in a perfectly safe and toxic-free environment, our bodies are always producing metabolic waste products. Every one of our cells is constantly growing and evolving and processing chemicals and getting rid of waste products. And so even by itself, we need to have this constant flow of detoxification from our body. And if that builds up to any great extent in any area of your body, like your lymph system gets clogged up, then you're going to have a buildup of these toxins, and that's going to create basically an inflammatory response, because your immune system is on high alert now, and all these cytokines and all these things are trying to shuttle all of this waste out of your body as fast as possible, but it has no channel to go through.
Right.
And so it becomes a big issue.
What kinds of things do you like when you think of, oh my gosh, people are overburdened with toxic stuff? What do you think of first?
Well, we have to look at diet first. 9 times out of 10, it's something that they're putting into their bodies. And it could be medications as well. It could be their water. It could be their air in their house, whether it's mold or something they're exposed to. But let's just face it, we live in an extremely toxic environment. We have microplastics from every angle. We have even the electromagnetic frequencies that we're being bombarded with. Those cause inflammation down to the molecular level in the mitochondria. So we have so many sources of inflammation that are possible. And you're right, like what you said is most people think that it's perfectly normal, or it's their baseline. They're so used to it, they don't hardly even notice the inflammation when it's like right there,
Yeah.
right front of them. They have that constant nasal drip. They have the constant joint pain. They have the constant plackiness on their skin. It's just everywhere, and they think it's just what I do.
Yeah. Talk about the plackiness on the skin, because this is a major thing. A lot of people have little rashes, and they just live with them. And they've been living with them for years, and they don't really know why they don't go away. And what is the skin signaling to you when it shows up with a rash like that? And what is a plaquey rash?
Right. Well, your skin is your largest organ in your body. On your body, I guess. And it's also a major detoxification route for your body. You sweat out through it. And so if things are trying to get out fast, your body will try to use the skin as a exit channel. And if that's overwhelming the skin to a point where it's causing inflammation at the skin level, that can be that plackiness.
Makes a lot of sense. The body's amazing.
It is.
How it tries to save you from everything. Everybody stay tuned. We're talking to Dr. David Kalowski at Inside Health. Visit InsideHealth.com. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Have you heard about the powerful health benefits of medicinal mushrooms? Take our preferred medicinal mushrooms for immune support, gut health, antioxidant properties, stress and sleep, heart health, liver protection, blood sugar regulation, cholesterol reduction, anti-cancer properties, cognitive health, mood and mental health, heart health, antibacterial and antiviral, and so much more. Available in easy-to-take capsules, great-tasting gummies, and our special coffee blends.
Since adding these mushrooms to my daily routine, my cholesterol levels have improved, and I feel more confident about my heart health.
Taking one of these blends before bed has been a game changer. I fall asleep faster and I wake up feeling truly refreshed.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order 720-303-8868. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Did you know that 60% of American adults live with at least one chronic disease? At Inside Health, they take the mystery out of wellness with extensive testing and customized lifestyle plans, all from the comfort of your home.
I've struggled with low energy and digestive issues for years, and no doctor could give me real answers. Working with Inside Health was a game changer.
As a mom, I'm always putting my family's health first, but I was neglecting my own. Inside Health changed that. I started feeling better almost immediately.
Inside Health services help you and your family achieve whole body health with non-invasive personalized care. They listen to your concerns and health goals. They will pinpoint areas where your body needs support. They will create a simple, actionable plan just for you. Call them today, 970-685-8060, or visit InsideHealth.com.
Did you know that carbon 60 is 172 times more powerful than vitamin C as an antioxidant? This powerful molecule is scientifically proven to neutralize free radicals, reduce inflammation, and promote optimal energy. How does it work? C60 fights oxidative stress, the root cause of aging and disease, helping your body repair and rejuvenate naturally. It's like giving your cells a protective shield. Here's what our listeners have to say. Mike from Denver says,
C60 in olive oil has been perfect as my daily detox. I feel cleaner, lighter, and more energized every day.
Sarah from Houston says,
The C60 topical spray is incredible. I apply it to sore joints, and within minutes, the pain and inflammation starts to fade.
Order now at c60.com or call 720-600-6040. Use coupon code TAMMY, TAMMY, for a special.
Dr. David Kalowski offering our audience, naturally inspired community, a free report to be able to explain factors and lay out a powerful protocol to address issues in health. So you can get your free report at InsideHealth.com. That's InsideHealth.com. Welcome back, Dr. David. Let's talk now a little bit about solutions. Let's talk about solutions. So we've got all this toxic exposure. We've got a terrible health culture in America. I mean, I'm hopeful. We're headed in the right direction finally. Yeah. I'm very hopeful. But we have kind of a terrible health culture in America. So what solutions are you helping people with? What are you doing to help people? You have several ways that people can work with you. And I know you guys get fantastic results. So tell us how people can plug into you.
Right. Well, our premier service is our one-on-one clinical care where we virtually meet with you over the computer or over the phone, and we design customized nutritional protocols, whether it's tuning up your diet or specific supplements to help to encourage your body to do the work. We're relying on your body in the end to do the healing. That should go without saying. And so the supplements and things that we recommend simply help in that process. And, like we said, we have all of these sources of toxins and inflammation that can affect us. And inflammation is the driver of most diseases out there. And so first thing we have to do is kind of pop the cork, so to speak. We have to get the body to drain and get rid of as much of that backed up toxin load as possible. And it's just amazing some of the results that we've seen with the protocol, or whether they're working one-on-one with us, where we can be a little more customized, a little more fine-tuned. But there's many ways to address this. But first, we usually look at the diet.
I have seen some of those wonderful pictures of people. Dr. Lauren has been so nice in sharing with me pictures of things like parasites that people pass, and other things. I mean, we just covered a story yesterday, Dr. David, about detox. A lot of people think detox is drinking green juice for 3 days, right? Yeah. And that's not the case, is it? That's maybe what feels like a cleanse, like a clean slate. You're creating a clean slate, but that's not a detox. A detox is a biological process, isn't it? So maybe talk about the steps of a detox.
Well, so I think we need to
get popping the cork.
Yeah, we get the terminology correct. So detoxing is what your body's doing all the time. It's shedding toxins from the cells, from the organs, and your body has to process that, usually through the lymph nodes, lymph glands, but eventually out through the liver or the bowels. And like we also said, the skin can handle a good amount of toxins too. But as the body's draining and pooling all of those toxins, the process that gets it out of the body is drainage. That's a huge missing step in most people's plans, because they're really good at finding all these things that can detox the body, that can pull all the stuff out of the cells and out of the organs, but then they don't have a way to actually actively and safely get it out of the body. Right. And that's where we've really found our niche, is that we help people to avoid those kind of detox reactions, the Herxheimer reactions, where they feel just totally overwhelmed, like they have a mini flu, because they're pushing their body too hard. The toxins can't come out fast enough. And so that's, we step in, we help to tune up their programs, and they love us after that.
Yeah, and you have a very specific protocol, right? It's a product line that works.
Yes.
And you need to work with a practitioner with it. And I've said this over and over again, detoxing is clinical. Like, if you're doing it right, you want to work with somebody. Right. You definitely want to work with somebody. Tell us about some of your stories, because this is the fun part, right? This is the fun part that you guys, I know you love it. And whenever you get one of your testimonials and people come back and say, you just have some incredible ones. So pick some of your favorite. Let's discuss them.
Right. So one of the products or protocols that we have available for people is on our website. If you go under one of the tabs on the top, it's there's a PDF download for our inflammation and detox and drainage protocol. And we recently had a client reach out to us and get this protocol along with the parasite full moon cleanse as well. But they start on the inflammation drainage, detox and drainage protocol. And because we have to pop the cork first before we even think about trying to get any parasites out of the body. And she just actually emailed me here today, and she said, I'm just a few days, maybe a week into this process, and already I feel I smell better. Like I don't smell like I need a shower. And like she's felt like this all the time. And she even said that she's feeling so good and smelling so good she doesn't even need to wear deodorant anymore.
What?
And that's just after a few days. But
wow.
That her body was so overwhelmed with toxins that it was just seeping out of every pore, like it was trying to come out of everywhere instead of the proper channels.
Oh my goodness. Let's talk about that a little bit. Okay. So I did not know. So what are some things? So like you're saying maybe body odor. What about breath?
Oh yeah, of course. Any noxious odor. I mean, just use your imagination.
Don't hold back. Don't hold back.
No. I mean, the human body, when it's toxified, can be extremely gross. You have oozy stuff coming out of all these different orifices, and like it's not pretty. But if that's happening to you, that's not what should be going on. Like that's definitely a sign you got to step in and do something better. And in that PDF download, you're going to see a survey that is going to take you through several questions. And if you score high enough, like in a bad way, then we definitely want you to work with us one-on-one, because you are a more critical case. Probably shouldn't just do this on your own. But if for most people, you're going to find that you probably can just do this on your own and monitor your issues. And we're always there for you to follow up if needed to.
Yes, I love that. And that's what we're doing here at Naturally Inspired. That's what you're doing at Inside Health. You're trying to walk alongside people because it's about empowering people too, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yes, we have to. That's our mission, right? Like you're on the same mission we are.
Yep. Yeah, it's about really making sure that you become the driver of your health. How important is it that people become the driver of their health because of this model that we're dealing with right now?
I just made a video about that for our online membership here today about that specific topic, like why you need to take control of your health. Because let's face it, if you do the normal thing that normal Americans are doing, you're going to get what they are getting as results, and it's not good. Out of 38 developed countries in the world, we are dead last in almost every category. We spend the most on medical care. You take the most drugs. We have the lowest life expectancy. We have the lowest infant mortality rates. We have the highest obesity rates, highest chronic disease rates. It's just terrible. We have to do something different, and we have to be aware as consumers to be able to make those changes.
Yeah. So where can people, I know Jason's putting all this stuff in the chat so people can connect to it, but I want to make sure our radio listeners understand what's available to them too. You have a free download that they can get that will guide them. Where do they get that from?
Right. So you go to insidehealth.com, and in the tabs at the top, you're going to see one of them that says special offerings. And in there's a couple of different things that we have, but you're going to see the inflammation, detox, and drainage guide that you can download. So all you got to do is just put in your email. We won't spam you, but it's just our way to connect with you and be there as a resource for the future. And you can get that guide. It's going to have the full breakdown of the protocol that we recommend and give you all the links on how to get that for yourself, as well as all the steps involved. So it's very well laid out for you.
Perfect. And if they want to book an appointment, where's the best place to contact? Is that through insidehealth.com, or would you like to give a phone number too?
It's very easy to find on the website. But yes, if you want to call us, it's 970-685-8060. And we're happy to help anybody all across the country.
Awesome. So one last question for you. I know, you work with clients and you encourage them, and part of that is like tracking what they're eating before, and then, giving them suggestions of what they should eat to get on their path to optimum health. What's like the most drastic diet change you've ever, have you ever had a client that woke up and ate Fruit Loops every morning, and then now they wake up and eat steak and eggs? Like, what's the most drastic thing that you've changed that you could think of?
Oh, like over the short term there?
Yeah.
Boy, I mean, there's so many stories like that exactly, where they think they're eating the right thing because it's the low-fat food or the sugar-free food, and getting people to switch from margarine to eating real butter. They're so happy. They love it. I can eat bacon and eggs. Like, that's amazing. I love you. So
it's good, isn't it? Yeah. Living healthy should be enjoyable, not a task. Thank you so much, Dr. David, for joining me today. Everybody visit InsideHealth.com. We'll be right back. Stay tuned, everyone.
Have you heard about the powerful health benefits of medicinal mushrooms? Take our preferred medicinal mushrooms for immune support, gut health, antioxidant properties, stress and sleep, heart health, liver protection, blood sugar regulation, cholesterol reduction, anti-cancer properties, cognitive health, mood and mental health, heart health, antibacterial and antiviral, and so much more. Available in easy-to-take capsules, great-tasting gummies, and our special coffee blends.
Since adding these mushrooms to my daily routine, my cholesterol levels have improved, and I feel more confident about my heart health.
Taking one of these blends before bed has been a game changer. I fall asleep faster and I wake up feeling truly refreshed.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order 720-303-8868. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Are you ready to take your health to the next level? Join us for the 2025 Naturally Inspired Health Summit, the #1 rated health event in Colorado. Saturday, June 28th, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday, June 29th, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. 18 powerhouse speakers, 55 business booths, 25 breakout sessions, Sunday's farmers market with 20 vendors, Saturday evening networking and dance party.
The Naturally Inspired Health Summit was life-changing. The energy, the speakers, and the connections I made were incredible. I left with real, actionable solutions for my health and business.
This event was exactly what I needed. So many inspiring speakers like Dr. Peter McCullough, Dr. Lee Merritt, Dr. Carrie Made, and so many more. Amazing products and a community that truly cares about real health solutions.
High energy, positive community, real solutions for health. Get your tickets now. Want to participate and show your message? Visit naturallyinspiredhealthsummit.com or text 720-764-7448.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.
This is a fun day. 2 guests in a row. I'm so excited for our next guest. Gonna bring you some real solutions for health, and we get to talk a little beauty, which of course I love. And this whole issue of toxic beauty is something near and dear to my heart, because I see younger and younger girls falling into the trap. And the trap is you're not good enough on your own. You know, you're not good enough the way you look. You need to change the way you look. And so it's not just about aging anymore with this topic of beauty. It's about modification, right? You're not good enough. You need to be modified. I saw an ad the other day and I thought, good grief, thank you, Lord. There was an ad and it had all these celebrities in the background. You know the types I'm talking about, the Kim Kardashians, the Kardashian types, and the Megan Foxes. You know the type I'm talking about, the celebrity look, right? And all these women, you couldn't even barely tell them apart. All with the dark hair and the big lips and the high cheekbones and the shiny skin and pulled tight, you know. And then they had just a regular old girl there, a teenage girl, 18 years old or so, you know, just with her beautiful skin and long hair and, you know, ginger colored hair. And she just stood out like against the backdrop of all the celebrities. Literally all the celebrities are looking the same. And this young girl, you know, just caught your eye because now she's the different one. The normal girl that's had no work done is the standout girl because she hasn't done anything to modify herself. I'm telling you, these modifications are making everybody look the same. So that's why I have invited Terry Fox from Fox Haven Aesthetics on today, because I want to offer you a real solution for beauty. I understand the inclination to want to preserve the look of your skin and to want to preserve, you know, the healthiness of the way you look, but it can't come at the cost of your health. And fortunately, Terry Fox agrees with me. He's an acupuncturist. He's got a laundry list of certifications, people. This is a serious business for him. He has put many, many hours into his education and understanding how to help people with this issue. Terry, welcome to Naturally Inspired Radio today. Hi.
Hi. It's good to be here.
I'm so glad you're here and you're dressed up. You're looking very dapper.
Well, yes, I figured if I'm on the Naturally Inspired show, I better look the part, right?
Well, I love it. I can't wait to have this conversation with you. Hopefully you were able to hear what I just said.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, and I know that this is an issue near and dear to your heart. I want to introduce you to our audience. Our chat is going crazy today. We have tons of people in the chat. That means we have a lot of new people on. So I want to introduce them to you. Will you tell us your story? How the heck did you start putting needles in people and why?
Well, the simple answer to that is one, when I was 17, my mom was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. And for those of you that don't know what that is, that's an autoimmune disease where the person has a lot of pain in a lot of different places in their body. It moves, it shifts, and it's very draining. Chronic fatigue tends to go along with it. And it's a general pain all over the place. And we lived in rural Wyoming. And so we didn't have a whole lot of resources there. And I became the designated shoulder rubber for my mom. She'd say, well, your dad can't rub my shoulders right. Huh? Your brother rubs too hard. You've just got the touch. And so one night while I was working on her shoulders, she said, maybe you ought to think about doing this professionally. And it was like a light bulb just blew up in my head. I thought, I can do that. So that led me to massage therapy school, the Utah College of Massage Therapy in Salt Lake City. And it was there that I got exposure to traditional Chinese medicine theory via my acupressure classes and applied kinesiology class and Japanese shiatsu. From there, I moved to Laramie, Wyoming, and was doing work in the hospital at Ivinson Memorial Hospital in Laramie, and using acupressure in such a way that I thought, dang, if I just knew how to do this like an acupuncturist, these people might not even be in here. So that led me to the Colorado School of Traditional Chinese Medicine in Denver. And I got my acupuncture license in, when was that? 2006. So that's kind of the progression of how I got in it. How I kind of got into the cosmetic side of things. A couple of things played into that. One, I had Bell's palsy when I was a kid, about years old. I took a baseball to the face, and a couple of days later, I ended up with facial paralysis. And
Wow.
one side of my face did not work. And I was just starting middle school at that time, trying to fit in.
You're already super awkward.
I was awkward enough, and then you add that on top of it. So it gave me, obviously it resolved. I've still got a little residual muscle weakness in my face from it, but most people can't tell. So that gave me a real heart for people who don't feel good about themselves when they look at themselves in the mirror.
Yeah.
Because I've felt that way.
Right.
And I don't want anybody feeling that way, because I believe that we are all divinely created beings, and God doesn't create junk.
Amen. I believe that as well.
So that's part of it. And then my other teacher, my main teacher in acupuncture school was Ron Rosen. He was the first licensed acupuncturist in the state of Wyoming. I'm sorry, not state of Wyoming, Colorado. I grew up in Wyoming. But Ron did this thing that he called cosmetic acupuncture. And he learned this technique, I think in Taiwan, but he would teach it to his students. And he said, this will help with a lot of different things. He said, it'll help with wrinkles, tightening, lifting, toning. He even had a protocol for the breasts and the abdomen. He was an interesting cat. He worked a lot with the dancers from Shotgun Willie's strip club in Denver. You can believe that.
I love this story. Well, yeah, because I mean, if you're not looking good at Shotgun Willie's, then you ain't making money.
Yes. And they were very happy because they didn't have to go under the knife.
Right.
And they didn't have to do Botox or fillers. They could look themselves, they could look authentic and youthful without having to do all the toxic stuff.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the toxic stuff. We're going to go to break in 3 minutes. But let's just introduce people. What's your beef with Botox? What's your beef with filler? Because I got my own beefs.
Okay. Well, the simple thing is Botox is botulism toxin. It is one of the most deadly substances on the planet. Plain and simple. It is poison, and it shuts down the way your nerves talk to the muscles. And that's why it smooths the wrinkles, because your muscles become paralyzed. Fillers aren't necessarily toxic, but what they do is they jam up the lymphatic flow over time. And so then you start getting more fluid buildup in the lymph system. And that isn't a good thing. The lymph system is like your trash. It takes out the trash.
Yeah, it's your sewer system.
Exactly.
So just yesterday, I saw a viral video that was going viral of a lady who had gotten a lot of filler, and her neck was the size of a tree trunk.
Lord have mercy.
Because she had been doing it for years, and then again, I don't know, but I'm speculating here that the body just said enough, and it started draining into her lymph system around her neck, and so her neck was this swollen. It looked like a tree trunk. It was terrifying.
I can believe it. I mean, we've got so much toxins in our food, in our air, in our water. So then when we add more toxins to it, I mean, it's just the straw that often breaks the camel's back. And then people start developing autoimmune issues and even iatrogenic poisoning.
Oh my goodness. Ugh. I shudder to think about it. We're going to go to break. Everybody, Foxhaven Aesthetics is in the chat. That's foxhavenaesthetics.com. For those of you listening on radio, stay tuned. We're going to continue this fascinating discussion. Don't worry, we've got solutions for you. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to take your health to the next level? Join us for the 2025 Naturally Inspired Health Summit, the #1 rated health event in Colorado. Saturday, June 28th, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday, June 29th, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. 18 powerhouse speakers, 55 business booths, 25 breakout sessions, Sunday's farmers market with 20 vendors, Saturday evening networking and dance party.
The Naturally Inspired Health Summit was life-changing. The energy, the speakers, and the connections I made were incredible. I left with real, actionable solutions for my health and business.
This event was exactly what I needed. So many inspiring speakers like Dr. Peter McCullough, Dr. Lee Merritt, Dr. Carrie Made, and so many more. Amazing products and a community that truly cares about real health solutions.
High energy, positive community, real solutions for health. Get your tickets now. Want to participate and show your message? Visit naturallyinspiredhealthsummit.com or text 720-764-7448.
Did you know that medicinal mushrooms are excellent for pets? Take our preferred pet health products for joint health, skin health, antioxidant protection, cell health, anti-aging benefits, gut health, liver support, cholesterol regulation, blood pressure support, brain health, anxiety relief, respiratory health, endurance and strength, anti-fatigue, and much more. Available in easy-to-take treats, great-tasting gravy, and our pet food blends.
Since adding mushroom dog food to my dog's diet, I've noticed a huge improvement in his energy and coat health. He's like a puppy again, even at 10 years old.
After starting my care on mushroom super sauce, her immune health and digestion have noticeably improved. She's more playful, and her fur has never looked shinier.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order at 720-303-8868. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom. That's naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.
We've got solutions for you. You don't have to go toxic. You can go no tox. That's the way I'm going. Freaky stuff. Terry Fox from Fox Haven Aesthetics is joining us today. He's got some offers for us. Number one, I want you to do this because he sent this over to me. And I thought, I'm gonna check this out. And I got right to it and I did it. It is a stress breathing technique, okay? An anti-stress breathing technique. And something happens to you when you do this technique. And I don't want to spoil it for you because if I say it, then it'll trigger you and you won't get the benefit of it. You know, it'll trigger you to do the thing. I know I'm not making any sense. You got to go there. You got to go there because I did it and it happened. I was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. I do have control over my stress. I do have control over some of my body's functions. I just haven't totally learned how to maneuver them. And that's what this little video does. You got to try this. It is so cool. So Jason's got it in the chat, the link, so you can click on it right there. On the chat, but let's bring Terry back on. I did it as soon as you sent it to me, Terry, and it worked. And nice. I was like, wow, this is amazing. Such a simple, easy, so simple. Sometimes I think, Terry, we've complicated everything as humans, you know? We want to make everything so complicated. So I hope everybody takes advantage of that free video that you have. We put it in the chat. And then you have a 30-minute blood activation treatment. And you're offering that for $15 off to Naturally Inspired people.
Yes,
So
indeed.
if you're in the Colorado area, take advantage of that. You can schedule at foxhavenaesthetics.com. Again, foxhavenaesthetics.com, but also Jason has all that stuff in the chat. If you're listening on the radio, what's your phone number, Terry, where people can call you?
If you want to get a hold of me, it's 970-633-0199. You can call or text. If you text, I want to warn you, I do have a new AI assistant.
Oh, nice.
I've got it programmed really well to start answering it. I'm putting my knowledge in there so that it answers questions about acupuncture, Chinese herbal medicine, the services that I offer, but it's still a little bit wonky on regular conversations.
So don't ask it any personal questions, people. I love that. Well, you've also added a new tool in your toolkit, and I'm really excited about these because I'm using them and I'm seeing fantastic results with them. So let's talk a little bit about peptides and the ingredients in these peptide pens that you are now offering.
You bet.
Talk to us about them. Why do peptides work? What's the ingredients in there that really is kind of the magic when it comes to reducing your fine lines and your dullness in your skin?
Oh, when it comes to peptides, they're basically little short chains of amino acids, which are the building blocks of protein. And so they do all sorts of things. But in this case, skincare peptides are basically there to help stimulate collagen production, improve skin elasticity, and kind of help reduce the signs of aging. That's at its simplest. These pens, I've really started resonating with them because they also tend to have Chinese herbs in them. And so, of course, I'm like, ooh, this is my jam right here. So one of the main herbs in this skin pen or wand is snow fungus or snow mushroom, or the Chinese name is Bai Mu Er. Or if you want the Latin name, it's tremella. And in traditional Chinese medicine thought, tremella nourishes yin. Yin is like the cooling, moistening aspect of the body. So right there, if you've got any sort of redness or inflammation in the face, tremella can do a wonderful job at alleviating that. It helps generate fluids. It helps, in Chinese medicine thought, it moistens the lung. And in Chinese medicine, the lung and the large intestine are the organs that help really address the skin. And, tremella also clears heat, so it's got that cooling anti-inflammatory effect. It's also, I found out doing some research on it, that its molecular size is smaller than hyaluronic acid. And so it can treat the skin more effectively than hyaluronic acid when it comes to the deeper levels.
Oh my gosh,
that's
awesome.
Antioxidant properties as well. So there again, it's a pretty handy little formula and so simple to use. I mean, it literally is like a pen, which is why I call it a skin pen, because you click it. You click it, and the liquid just comes right around the little roller ball. You roll that right on. It's so doggone simple, but it works really well, and I'm excited to offer it. I have a lot of tools in my bag of tricks, but this is definitely one that I'm excited about because it's just so doggone simple to use.
Yes, and so this is what I'm doing with mine, Terry. I'm putting them in the fridge. Putting them in the fridge a little bit so they get nice and cool. And then when I take it out, it's even that much more soothing when you put it around your eyes and around your mouth. It feels kind of decadent, you know, as it dries on your skin, you can kind of feel it tightening, and it leaves a little bit of a glow after you use it as well. I'm absolutely loving it.
Yes, can you see my glow? I shouldn't
guys,
say that because we've got a
Terry-
bunch of people on the radio.
Terry uses everything he does. So like he is really committed to his process and committed to the things that he recommends and promotes. So yeah, he told me he started using his pens and that he's loving them, and because he would never ask you to do something that he hasn't tried himself. He's just like me in that regard. I'm always recommending and promoting the stuff that I use. But how does it feel to be able to bring these tools to people, Terry?
I think it's exciting. Anytime I can help someone move away from that toxic beauty scene so that they can be more of an authentic version of themselves and a healthier version of themselves, that brings me a whole lot of joy.
Yes. So if people text your AI assistant, are you able to send them the link? So if people are listening on the radio and they want to text in to get the link, can they do that at your number?
You bet.
Okay, let's give the number again because I know the chat's blowing up here and people are looking at the pens online, but I don't want to leave my radio people out of the loop here. So go ahead and give your number so that you could text them the link if they would like.
You bet. It's 970-633-0199. And then I will also get those products because I'm so excited about them. I actually haven't gotten them up on my website yet. I will do my best to get those up on my website ASAP so that people can find them as well. And they'll be on my recommended products page.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Let's talk a little bit about the $95 package that you have. What does that all entail and what can people expect from it?
This is a simple way to introduce people to acupuncture. And what it is, I call it a blood activation treatment, because what we're doing is not only are we using acupuncture to help circulate the blood, but I'm also using a specific form of electroacupuncture to add voltage to the blood. All cells require two things in order to regenerate themselves. They need nutritional building blocks, and they need voltage. And so when we add microcurrent at a specific frequency near an artery, which is what I do, is I insert a needle near the pulse on your wrist, and that electricity transfers right over into the blood. And so that it energizes your red blood cells and your white blood cells. The red blood cells start carrying more oxygen. It increases their zeta potential. And it increases the, what do I want to say here? The veracity, if you will, of the white blood cells so that they eat more bacteria, viruses. It's a way to get yourself healthier and look younger, but still very simple treatment.
So we got a number of offers here. You can order the pens to help with your natural aging. We have a way to come in and get this fantastic treatment in conjunction. So many solutions. You do not have to go toxic. Everybody. This has been Terry Fox on Naturally Inspired Radio. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.
Nearly 40% of Americans struggle with a $400 emergency expense. An extra $300 a month can be the difference between stability and financial stress.
Are you feeling the pinch of rising expenses? Imagine what an extra $300, $500, or even $1,000 a month can do for you. Introducing a simple 3-step system designed to help you create a steady income without the overwhelm. Step 1, follow our easy-to-use plan. Step 2, take small, consistent actions. Step 3, stay motivated with weekly coaching designed to keep you on track and moving forward. Whether you're saving for a family vacation, paying down debt, or just looking for breathing room, this system is for you. You don't need special skills, just the desire to make change. Join a growing community of success stories today. Visit simpleincome.info or text 720-764-7448.